Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Something a little different for this month's predictions. So I looked to see what Baba Vanga, that's that blind psychic from the Balkans, and Nostradamus. I wanted to see what they have to say about December 2025 or the end of 2025. Now, we have to remember a lot of them weren't time specific, but there are clues. There are clues. And some of the clues, so I went into the deep research into AI deep research and I said, and to look for some of these clues. So here's the summary. For the psychic predictions, the results from Baba Vanga and Nostradamus are consistently bleak for the 2025 year end. Baba Vanga foresees the start of an apocalypse or global crisis marked by major European conflict, earthquakes, floods, and global economic disaster. Nostradamus' predictions are similarly alarming, speaking of cruel wars in England and a resurgence of an ancient plague. So let's ask, how close are these? So I'm going to do Baba Vanga on this side. I'm going to do Nostradamus on this side. We'll pull 3 cards for each. And what I'm asking the deck is, are these prophecies true? How close are they to the truth? Can we rely on these prophecies? So that's what I'm presenting to the deck right now. How close are these prophecies to the truth? Can we expect any of these things to come true at the end of 2025? What's going on here? So Baba Vanga on the left and Nostradamus on the right. How close are they to the truth of what we can predict for the end of 2025? And just remind you, I'm going to be doing all my 2026 predictions. I'm going to do each country or area, generally according to how many people are going to watch it. Like, I'm certainly not going to do Bulgaria. I don't have any people from Bulgaria watching. I'll do the majority of my viewers. I'll do their countries. So look for Canada, United States, Australia. This year I'm going to separate New Zealand. I always put Australia and New Zealand together and I always get yelled at. I'll probably do the UK. I'll do Ireland separately. I'll do basic Europe, maybe France, Germany, Scandinavia, that kind of Russia. So we'll do all of those, all right? But if you're only 1 or 2 of you watching for a country, I highly doubt I'm going to do anything with it. Okay. All right. So predictions for December 2025 based on Baba Vanga and Nostradamus. Shall we begin? All right. I'm going to do it a little different this time. Baba Vanga, Nostradamus. Baba Vanga, Nostradamus, Baba Vanga, Nostradamus. I'm going to put one in the middle and see if they're connected somehow. All right. Underlying Queen of Wands. Well, that would be Baba Vanga. I don't know when her birthday is, but she's the female of the 2 of them. So perhaps Baba Vanga is much closer to the truth. And I'll just reiterate what she said. Baba Vanga foresees the start of an apocalypse or a global crisis marked by major European conflict, earthquakes, floods, and global economic disaster. Yikes. Before we go any further, though, I want to let everybody know, you may or may not know, I'm also an author for couples and their finances, and I wrote a book called Together Money, and I have a monthly membership that you actually get a physical workbook in the mail, and you get to work on it with your partner. It's supposed to be for your money date. You read it together, you fill out the information. It's hole punch, so you keep them all. And that way you can go back in 3-6 months and see how far you've come. And I base it on, it's not your basic budget. I base it on be, do, have format. So be the type of person who's a wealth creator. You do the things that need to be done to become a wealth creator, and then you have the resonance of being a wealth creator. There's no tight budgets in here. There's just a money plan, which is completely different than a budget. And this month and every month you get a free trial. This December issue you will want if you have excess Christmas spending, and even if you don't, it's a good value to get it. And it starts December 1st. You'll get it FedEx to you, so you'll have it within a couple of days after December 1st. So it's good for the whole Christmas spending time, and it's some of my best work. And there's all kinds of quizzes in there, like what kind of spender are you at Christmas, and gives you ideas how to turn it around, how to stop overspending without white knuckling it. It honestly is some of my best work. It closes tonight at midnight, and it goes to the presses first thing Monday morning. And if you're not on the list, there'll never be another chance to get it. So please, it's a free trial. All I ask you to pay is shipping and handling. It's $14.98. It's the value you get out of it is incredible. And I'd like to see you on the list there. So go ahead, and after you watch this video, the link is down below how you get that at togethermoney.com/guild. And if you aren't a high earner couple or you're single, you definitely can adjust some of the things for your own specific situation. All right, without further ado, let's read the cards. Ooh, the Empress. I'm going to say these cards are saying Baba Vanga is more correct. Nostradamus, Justice. Look at all the female energy on here. His are more balanced. I'll just reiterate what he said. His predictions are similarly alarming, speaking of cruel wars in England and resurgence of an ancient plague. So I wonder if this has something to do with what's going on with the budget, balancing the budget in England right now. Perhaps they're both right. Wouldn't that be scary? Wheel of Fortune. Wow. These cards are taunting me today. High Priestess. This is interesting because Nostradamus, they say, used a lot more of his intuition. I'm going to say Baba Vanga used more of cycles. I think they were both considered psychics. I know Nostradamus used a lot more astrology, but he also used a lot of cycles. But I think Nostradamus relied more on his intuition and moon cycles. Perhaps he counted moon cycles or where the moon would be at a certain time, because he was a mathematician, he was a doctor, he was more scientific that way. I think this is so fascinating. Look at all the female energy on here, which is intuition, a woman's intuition, right? Now, I'm not saying men don't have intuition or psychic abilities, but everybody talks about a woman's intuition. And with men, it's your gut feeling, right? There's something here that is very cyclical on both, because women also have they have natural cycles with their menstrual cycle. So both were using cycles. I think Baba Vanga used a lot more astrology than we're being told. Knight of Cups. Here's her offer. What's Nostradamus? There he is. Almost looks like him, hey, with his hat. Have you ever seen pictures of Nostradamus? They even have him as a bigger man, and he's wearing that hat. You know what this is showing? Nostradamus has had more hits. He's a little bit more smug, with maybe because of that scientific thing that he comes with it. Whereas Baba Vanga is more, this is what I'm offering you. Um, take it or leave it. And where Nostradamus is looking at, where he's been correct more often than not. And there are some things of Nostradamus that he's absolutely hit on, like I think Saddam Hussein, Hitler, um, a lot of things. So there's some kind of smugness here of, who you're going to believe. Somebody who's touchy feely and or somebody who's right all the time. Let's see what's in the middle here. Baba Vanga. Baba Vangas are absolutely more correct in this instance, because that's what I asked. Who is more correct? Baba Vanga. These cards are following me all around. If you go to my royal readings, same card showed up. It's crazy. This deck mocks me. Absolutely mocks me. All right, so let's see if we can get some clarifiers on this. Let's clarify this then. Okay, so Baba Vanga's is more correct for 2025 year end. Now that makes more sense because she's closer to 2025 than Nostradamus hundreds of years ago. Also, I don't believe Nostradamus used actual years. He would never said 2025. He would say like he has quatrains and whatnot. So that might be where the discrepancy is. Where Baba Vanga is, I think she did she die 30 years ago, 40 years ago? So she's a little bit closer to 2025. So I don't know if she would have said 2025. Who knows? She could have. But she would have talked about, these times a little bit different than Nostradamus would have. Let's find out. Can you clarify what specifically Baba Vanga is correct on for December 2025? All right. Yeah. How do you start with that? Depression, despondency. You know what though? Here it's in reverse, so it tells me people are looking forward to the future. It's like they just want this time to be over. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, the devil. It's the devil card, but YouTube's giving me bad spankings about this, so I'm turning it over so we all know that's the devil card. I think some bad things are going to happen, guys. Is this the fall of people who have us trapped? Six of Pentacles in reverse is going to be, that's the corruption. That's the Ukrainian corruption right there. The greed. The money that all these countries have given to Ukraine to help fight this war, we're going to find out it did not go for what we thought it was. Oh, here's peace. Now, she called for some kind of apocalypse. I'm looking for the Tower card for that. But here's some kind of peace deal. The Emperor. The Emperor. See, I'm not getting that everything she said is going to happen. Like even the floods, global economic disaster, I don't see that at all. Global crisis marked by a major European conflict. I think that's the Ukraine. And so the global crisis could be that it's now in peace and we discover the corruption that has been going on. And that creates a global crisis, right? That people are up in arms, that their billions of dollars have been laundered and that's their taxpayer money. And that could be what is creating the crisis, right? Crisis doesn't always have to be something, like 9/11. It can be something that triggers um, realization, people waking up to the truth. And I think that's what's happening. I think we're going to find somebody very strong who guides us through that. Earthquake, floods, and global economic disaster. Let's try that one. Let's see where that one's going. I think we're going to see a leader come forward and help us through that crisis, because that leader's upright, so we can trust him, especially with the Two of Cups there. Let's see. I'm looking for like lots of water, the Tower moment, a lot of big pentacle numbers in reverse. Let's find out. The Lovers upright. Choices. Oh, look at big money upright. 10 of Pentacles upright. I think she might be wrong in some of that. Oh, 10 of Swords. I'm going to turn that one over. I think I got in trouble for that one. Somebody's going to be ruined. There is going to be ruin. And I did that economic forecast for the remainder, and it did show somebody gets ruined. Somebody is ruined. But other people are just absolutely fine. I think this is like your blue chip stocks, your major stocks. This is not financial advice. I'm just reading cards about predictions. I think because this is your legacy card, this is legacy wealth is upright. And here's the choice card. The Lover's card was originally called the choice card, the choices. And here it is. You can either go old school and do well, or you can do other things and face financial ruin. Ace of Swords in reverse. I think we're going to uncover a lot of corruption. Honestly do. And the Empress in reverse. I think we're going to see the Empress could be like drought or something that ruins the crops. So we know in the Southern Hemisphere, they are going into their springtime. They're going to be in summertime by the end of December. Perhaps there is going to be some kind of drought or something that ruins the crops. I'm going to say, yeah. So there is partial economic collapse here with the Ten of Swords in reverse. I think I think corruption is going to be the theme of December 2025. And we also might see some kind of crops or food sources take a hit. And we also might see the luxury market collapse. And I think there has been something along those lines, like the diamond market collapsing. Was reading something about the Rolex market collapsing, like these little bellwether signs. So we might see some of that, like the luxury market not doing so well. And that, I think, is a sign of China not doing so well. But yeah, I don't really see major European conflict. I think that's just the Russia, Europe, because that's obviously in Europe. Russia, Europe. Well, that was a faux pas. I think that was absolutely the truth. I think we're going to see some. Is this Trump? I don't know. Possibly could be Putin, right? He's also the emperor of his country. Perhaps this is the peace agreement, and Putin comes out smelling like a rose, and perhaps exposing more of this corruption. I think that's going to be the global crisis. I think it's going to be political. I don't think it's going to be warmongering in any way, shape, or form. I think we are going to be, I think a lot of us are going to wake up to the truth that that was all a money laundering scheme, and it always has been. And that in itself creates a global crisis with the flow of money stopping. around the world. Um, hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. Yeah. So I guess we'll soon find out what's this underlying. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Um, that's a good sign for the economy. I honestly, the Tower didn't show up. The Seven of Swords didn't show up. The Five of Swords, the Four of Wands. Like there's so many other, the Knight of Swords, other aggressive cards in the deck did not show up. So I think she's right about some of the things, and she's more right than Nostradamus. That's what the card showed. She's more right than Nostradamus. Nostradamus has had his wins, and he's still a figure in our projection and predictions, but in this case, his Baba Vangas are a little bit closer to the truth. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.